Fight for the Iron Kingdoms as a warcaster. Take control of the mighty jacks, arcane devices, and dark sorceries to bring the fight to the War Machine Hub on beastsofwar.com. Progress comes to a world of magic as science and the arcane combine to make marvels. Meet steampunk inventors and orc mystics at the Volsung Hub on beastsofwar.com.
Hi everybody, welcome to Bolt Action Locked and Loaded, the return of the mighty Chez.
Hello again, how you doing?
Not bad, not bad. Bolt Action has got some new tactics and tricks in it, so we had to come and show them off. So, what have we got today for everybody?
Well, we're going to start up with some of the template action. Something that really has made a difference in Bolt Action 2 is going away from howitzers and mortars, just rolling a number of dice to see how many models they've hit, to using templates. Now, there's obviously people up there going, you know, this is a huge change. How does it affect my game? So we're going to explain a little bit about it.
Yeah, well, we've got a bit of a nice setup here.
Yeah.
So we've got some stuff here which is going to be throwing out templates on my side, and some stuff on your side which is going to be receiving the fire, yeah?
Yeah, I've set myself up so you can see different formations and how it does affect it. And, you know, we'll just go through the process of once you've hit, how different it is from it used to be, and, you know, the dynamic of the action.
Okay, well, on my side, let's kick things off with my American mortar, which is right here.
Sure.
So I'm going to have it fire. What size of a template am I going to be kicking out with this?
Well, we'll start with a light mortar. So 60mm gives you a 1-inch template.
Okay.
So beforehand, it used to just be a number of dice and you roll that. So, you know, you've got a few targets in front of you. So
Well, I think on your side, I'm going to pick this nicely packed little command squad to start with.
So we're pre-production, so we're not using the proper template, but there is one coming which will have the 1, 2, 3, and 4-inch templates on it, but we're going to use this one for now. Okay. But obviously you can just use a tape measure if you need to. Yeah. So you've chosen this target, you've hit, and now you measure, so anybody within 1 inch, you'll pick any of the models. Now, obviously, you've got 3 guys together, you're going to hit all 3. So you just roll 3 dice to wound. So instead of rolling a D3 or a D6 number of dice, you just roll 3 dice to wound.
And I assume these guys are regular?
They're regular. You get +1 penetration because it's a 1-inch template.
Ah, okay.
You'd get 2 with a 2-inch, 3 with a 3-inch. It's very, very simple.
Okay.
So +1, roll to wound.
Okay, see what we get.
And there we go.
6, 6, 4.
And all of them die. So an entire command section dead in one light mortar shot.
Yeah, but if it was only the commander on his own left standing there, I'm assuming I would only get one roll to kill.
You get 1. So that's the biggest difference. You can only hit each guy under the template a maximum of once. Yeah. If you go down, so obviously you can still make your down reaction, you'd actually halve the number. So a maximum of half of the number of people under the template would be hit. So there's a definite different dynamic with that one.
All right.
So let's look at the 1-inch template very quickly on the other one. So that's obviously the perfect choice for this one.
Yeah. Let's say I had went for this unit. I would obviously target this guy right in the middle here.
This guy. So everybody within 1 inch of him, you could probably get about 4 guys with a 1-inch template there. Yeah. Certainly at least 3. Whereas you're looking over on this side, 1-inch template is only going to get you 2 guys at maximum. Now you can always get a minimum of 2 guys because you have to be within 1 inch of each other. Yeah. So a 1-inch template will catch 2.
Yeah. All right. Well, I mean, like if I was firing at the other squad, let's say I was getting the 4 guys. Yep. Now you're saying it's got a +1 penetration. Yes. Does that adjust that normal 4 up to kill? Correct.
Yeah. So it's affecting their veteran, regular, or inexperienced status level. Gives you +1 to roll on against that. So these guys, we're counting them as regular. So you need 3s to kill these guys.
Yeah. So 4 guys hoping for 3s. Wow, a worse roll this time, but I still got 1.
So there we go. So you're getting more dice this time, but you've rolled worse. So again, it's that dynamic of rolling to wound. You still don't know what you're going to get the other side.
Yeah, I do like the idea that we are beginning to see adjustments to what numbers you need to kill.
Yes. You know. Yeah, absolutely. So it's the heavier the weapon, the better it is.
All right. Well, speaking of a heavier weapon, let's go with this one on my side.
Go with the big one?
This?
Okay, that's the 105 howitzer. So we're talking about a 3-inch template at this point.
Okay.
So again, choose a target. Choose any of them. We'll go through the other ones afterwards. So,
all right, well, if I'm going for a 3-inch template, I'm going to go onto this guy. Now, does it have to be particularly centered on him, or can I put it off to one side of the base?
All you do is you catch as many of this squad as you possibly can. So you can put it anywhere on this squad as long as you're getting the maximum number of figures. So you can't just catch one on your target and then catch a different squad straight away. Yeah. So let's go for these guys. Now, because it's such a big one, and these guys are so close together, you're going to get 8 guys under one of those. So so grab 8 dice.
Okay. 8 dice with what's the plus on this one?
3-inch template, so you get a plus.
+3?
Exactly, nice and simple.
So does that mean 2 to
already,
kill?
You know, yep. 2s to kill. Which is
I assume you can't go down to 1s to kill.
Correct, 1 is always a fail.
Yeah. So it's nice. It means that, yes, I might want to use the big guy, If I was firing it, I would maybe fire it at veterans before I fire it at regular guys, just to make more worth of it.
Exactly.
But let's see what I get here. So 2s to kill, and
a couple of 1s. There
3 1s, so but that's still 5 guys. That's a hefty chump out of the unit.
It is, and obviously it does give you the same number of pins as it did before as well. You can multiply up your pins in the same way as you did, so you can really hammer units. So let's look at the big template on the other formations.
Let's say I was targeting this guy in the command squad here.
So this is a really good one. So again, as long as your target unit, you catch as many of them as possible, you're obviously going to catch the 3 of them. You can actually do anything you want with that. So this one, you scoot it off to one side, you've hit 3 of them, and you're going to hit 3 of this squad as well. So it means that the howitzers, something they could never do before was to hit multiple squads. You would have just done like 2d6 or even up to 3d6 or 4d6.
And even if it's only on one guy, it doesn't really feel realistic for one guy to be suddenly taking 8 hits.
Well, I likened it to a tactical nuclear strike. It was medium howitzer on a medic is 2d6 on one guy, whereas actually he's going to have guys around him because you want him to be near your infantry to protect them. The explosion might affect more people.
All right. Well, let's see what would happen to the command squad.
3 dice on the command squad. They're all dead, and then 3 on this guy.
And then 3 on the other
squad.
All right. Now, important question then.
Yes.
Because I have hit our command squad.
Yes.
Are they the only one that takes the hit?
They both take the hits and they both take the pins.
Right. Now that's important as well because hits and pins are very important in this game.
Huge dynamic. So the dynamic of rolling the number of dice is gone. You don't need to worry about that. So you just quickly go straight onto it, and you get used to it super quick. You go right 3 guys, 6 guys, 8 guys, whatever. It's very quick. And obviously the reason we put this other formation that you've avoided with most of your shots, and correctly so, is because
it's really spread out.
They're within 1 inch of each other. I mean, they could even be in a line and be even less. But even with a 3-inch template, you're not going to get more than 3 guys at any one time. With a 2-inch template, you can just about clip 3 guys as well. So it really makes
it's forcing you to think a lot more about what targets you're wanting to hit with stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. So don't crush you guys up. You certainly wouldn't want to be pushing them all around and just forgetting about them like that because with the template you're going to hit almost every single model in the squad.
Everybody but one you would pretty much get there.
Exactly. So really something you're going to want to avoid. Whereas beforehand against howitzers, it didn't matter what formation you're in. You're always going to take the same number of hits.
So, all right. The last one on my side is this. It's a little Russian piece. What is this?
That's a medium mortar. Okay. Something. I think it's one of the most really good points value for what it does in the game. It's only 50 points for a medium mortar, regular status one, and it does a 2-inch template. Now, a 2-inch for me is pretty much the optimum level. I think a 3-inch one is great if you're going for bigger targets. The reason the medium one is like we're talking about 2 inches. So again, we've just explained on the one that's fairly spread out, you're going to catch 3 guys. You're also going to catch all of these, but then we'll open these up. So if you want to roll 3 dice against these guys, it's on a +2.
Which means again it's 2 to kill, which is why I think it's the most
hit
balanced.
That optimum level.
So if I'm rolling here, 2 to kill, 2 guys die,
2 guys down,
and take the pin.
And on a unit that's fairly close together, but not ultimately close together.
It's still going to cause.
You're going to hit maybe 4 or 5 guys.
And again on those 2s to kill. It's just
lots and lots of dead guys. So different levels, different mortars, different points values. You'll find the one that's optimum for you and your opponent. Obviously, if your opponent has got vehicles, for example, you're not going to want to go heavy on HE. But if he does like hugging buildings, you want to be using them against buildings as well. You're still rolling a number of hits against the building itself rather than using a template. So different uses.
Well, I mean, I see it as it's a really nice clean-up to the rule. And I quite like the idea of it. It feels more like how the weapon would act within the game. Right, well, I'll tell you what. Are we done?
I think so.
All right, well, guys, I tell you what, drop us some comments below. What do you think of the new template rules within Bolt Action? Do you think they're going to make your games better, run faster, run smoother? I know I certainly do. I think it's going to be a very, very good addition to the rule set. So drop us your comments below. Come across to beastofwar.com because, as always, on Bolt Action Locked and Loaded, we do have a backstage show where you will get even more tips, tricks, and tactics for the game. So, myself and Chez will move on here. We will see you in the next video.
The HE against them.
Yeah, but it's a different flavour of HE coming from an armoured vehicle.
Is. It is indeed. So on this one, we've got a 2-inch template coming at you. So it's nowhere near, even though it's such a big gun, it's only going to be a couple of inch template. But
maybe so, but you're landing that directly onto these guys here, and it's a single base. So I'm guessing you can clip all 4 guys.
So assuming I've hit.
From Viking halls to the cities of the future, terrain buffs will love our foreground hub. Watch gaming tables of all genres come to life at beastofwar.com. anime cyberpunk style meets skirmish combat in Infinity. Experience 8 high-tech factions and fight to control the human sphere at the Infinity Hub on beastofwar.com.